Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. Your boy Tone, Tech. I'm back with another live stream. This time on the Full Command Show. We'll get to man. I'll go into the Lord about him. I will not be rapping to y'all. Grant will not be rapping to y'all. We'll be 6 feet under somewhere. But I hope he's opening doors and paving ways for all people in the Lord's name. Today's video here about our favorite football team, the Washington Commanders. If I get to it though, quick verse of the day. I'm not gonna get out a full verse because we got to run through a lot of things. TJ, okay, my son's grabbing me. So go to 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 4. That is the verse of the day, and we can get right into today's video. But before I get too far, I want to congratulate Grant on 5,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Grant.
Thank you, brother.
Shout out to you, good sir. You have made a huge milestone in the YouTube space. And my son's in the background, so y'all don't mind that. But how are you doing, Grant?
I'm doing good, man. It's a day. It's a cool day for me on the channel. But I mean, it's like I don't want to make it about myself at all. Literally, I just started this channel just to talk to people, have a good time, talk about ball. And like I've been telling people in the comment section, in the Discord and everything, I'm just blessed to have met some really cool people along the way, like yourself. I know your son's causing a ruckus back there, but yeah, it's been a blast, man. And I'm excited to be in a community that's so intelligent, so supportive. And what's up, TJ? How we doing?
No buttons, son. No buttons. Right
he might turn the stream off.
He might turn the stream off. No buttons, son.
He's gonna be a menace. I know you're raising a Commander super fan right there.
Yeah, that he's going to be a Commanders fanatic.
We got a lot of people joining us in the chat. My guy Brian, what's going on? Scale, what's going on, everybody? We already got the comments rolling in. Let's effing go, Grant. Appreciate you, my guy. We got a lot of hands in there. Hit that like button, 100%. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button if you're joining us in the live chat, or if you're in the rebroadcast anyway. Video goes out as or stream goes out as a video anyway. So hit the like button if you guys are enjoying. Big Tone, we got love for Tone in the chat here. What's up, little man? Showing love to TJ.
You got big TJ in the building.
All right, man. So I don't really know. We didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about what exactly the schedule was for the show or anything like that. I'm gonna just say this. So when I was sitting down to make my thumbnail, again, we didn't talk about this at all. We didn't really talk about what topics we got to go over. I mean, I guess obviously Rachaad White is one of the big ones because that's the most recent news. But my thumbnail says Commanders won free agency. And that's where I'm at with this. I mean, if I'm being totally fair, I probably have to go back and look at every single team and every single signing they made. But I feel like I've been pretty on top of it. And looking at what the Commanders have done to their roster, I get it. AP didn't go land. He didn't land an Alec Pierce. He didn't land a Trey Hendrickson. But honestly, the way that he has completely made over the roster, it's hard for me to say he could have done a much better job.
I agree. This has been a phenomenal job by Adam Peters. I know the first few hours were, what's AP doing? Oh my God. And it's like, oh wait, okay. Oh, snap. What else? Oh,
Adam Peters and Ashburn, like,
let's go. He's like, I ain't done with y'all yet. Aquanco, come here. Nick Croft. We asked for these guys. Were you reading our mind? Were you watching YouTube videos? Like, AP to go. How we who? How we what? You don't care about that guy. AP to go.
Yeah, he hit it out the park too, and I got to give him credit because when day one happened, early day one, like the first 6-8 hours, whatever it was, before we got the OA sign, really, when it was just Amik Robertson, he was going in for all these players. You know, he's going in for Alec Pierce, he's going in for Tyler Linderbaum, and he's getting second. He's get outbid. And there were a bunch of things that could have happened. He could have spent more money than he wanted to, which would have made a lot of the fans happy because they would have gotten the signings. But had he done that, no guarantee he could have made the signings that he did later on in the period. So he didn't take that option. He didn't take the option of backing out of everything and just being overwhelmed and saying that I'm in over my head. Clearly, I misjudged the market. Didn't do that. Didn't panic and sign guys that don't help the team. He just stuck to his process, stuck to his evaluations. And when you see the way that this thing sort of played out, like, yes, there was a domino effect where all the big names come off the board early on, right? But then when we get to the end of day one, when we get to day two, when we get to day three, there's some names that like, they were the biggest available at the time that he signed them. And he was in a position to sign those players because early on in the process, he did not panic. He did not overreact. And I also want to make this clear. He was being aggressive. He wasn't asleep at the wheel. I was getting – my critique was if you have identified your guys and they're truly your guys, then you overpay to go get them. But maybe Alec Pierce wasn't his guy, like quote unquote. Maybe Linderbaum wasn't his guy. Maybe it was, I know what I'm going to try to pay you. And if you don't take it, that's okay because I know my contingency plans. I have a plan C, I have a plan D, I have a plan E. And I don't know what iteration of the plan that we got, but 9 signings, 5 to 6 starters on the defense, depending on how you look at it. Rachaad White's not a starter, but he's in the committee. He's the 1A, he's the 1B. Chig is a starter on the offense. In my opinion, one of the best playmakers available. It was just such a good job of not panicking by him early on and sticking to his process.
I completely agree. And I think my favorite part was early, like, why we didn't get Aiyuk, why we didn't get this guy, why we didn't get this guy. He never overpaid. He never overpaid. He never overdid it. He was overly patient. Sorry, my God, got the cycle for the overly term. Very overly like patient. He was like, all right, cool. Pierce, you want? I'm gonna give you 30, bro. Oh, you want my dandy? Cool. Oh, Linderbaum was that? Hands off.
And he was going to offer him like 24, which is that would have easily made him the highest paid. But
the Raiders said, "Hold my beer." You like for a center? You win. You're like, don't worry though. Watch. Day 2. Oh, okay. We got off at the first day, and the second day, like, okay. The third day, it's like, oh, snap. Kavion Chase on for 1 year, $12 million. I thought he'll get more than that. Quanquo. Nick Cross for $7 million a year. What up, man? What's up, Derek? What's up, Doc? What's up, my guy, Burgundy Gold. Burgundy Drip Gold. Shout out my guy. Otis. Plug it in.
You already know what time it is, man. What's good with y'all?
What's up with you, Brady?
What's going on? I'm trying to find the best layout. Oh, that's definitely not it. That's only me. I think we're going to rock with this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got to stick with this. It's cool. What it do, Otis? Man, clock it in, man.
Man, chilling, man.
Yeah, man, we back at it, man. But yeah, AP was phenomenal, bro. Especially like day 2 and day 3. I was just OD. Like day 3 was just OD. It was overly OD. I was like, Nick Cross, Jim Quanquo, Charles Amenity. I'm like, goodness gracious, she's going crazy.
Fill me in. Who did y'all talk about already?
Well, we just started off, and basically I introduced it by saying, like, me and Tone did not talk about this at all. You and I did not talk about this at all. I just made my thumbnail, and the big words on it are the Commanders won free agency. So we're kind of just going over AP's process right now. And what I can say to pick up with what Tone was saying about 1 year deal, Caleb on Chason, like stuff like. It's kind of changed a little bit now because Rachaad White's a 1 year deal, Charles Amenahu's a 1 year deal, but the first, I think, 6 signings, 5 of them were multi-year deals, and the only one that wasn't was a 27-year-old former first-round pick coming off of the best year of his career. So it's not just the players that he targeted. It's not just the money that he gave out. It's the youth. It's the intelligence of locking these guys down for multiple years. You've seen a total pivot in strategy. When he took over running this team, he says, this is a dumpster. This is a trash. It's a dumpster fire. So they don't know how to win. They don't have leaders in the locker room. They don't have talent. So I got to go get Bobby Wagner. I got to get Zucker. I got to get Austin because I have to teach people how to even try to be a pro. So that was the reason for all the 1 year deals. And he's cleaning up the cap stuff. That's year 1. Year 2, all right, more of the same. We get to the end of that. It's like, all right, the team is old. The team is injured. And the culture is there. They go 5-12, and all we heard from everybody, Dan Quinn is the GOAT of keeping the locker room. Everybody loves Dan Quinn. Everybody wants to play for Dan Quinn. It's like, all right, prove it. We're going to go into free agency. We're going to spend the money. And the fact that he's agreed to all these deals, it shows that I do believe from year 1, he had this plan in mind, and now he's continuing to attack it. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I think most of the big signings are probably done. I really don't know how much more we're going to get, but he's probably going to be active in the trade market for a receiver. We've got the draft coming up. I'm excited to see what's next.
Were you a fan of the Brandon Aiyuk potential coming to us?
So this has always been my position. I have no clue how it's going to go. And my contingencies, if I'm Adam Peters, are my requirements. We got to go to the gym together. Like, we got to give me a guest pass at Lifetime Fitness if that's what it takes. I got to see you do some box jumps. I got to see you run some route, whatever it is. Get on the field, catch some pass from Jaden. I got to see that you can actually run and that you're healthy. If that requirement is met, all right, prove it deal, come to town. The best case scenario is you're getting a 1,300-yard receiver for $5 million. And the worst case deal is it's a prove it deal. You cut him at the end of the year, or you cut him in week 7, if that's where it's at. If it's just a disaster, then it's out of there. So looking around, like, he did try to bring in Alec Pierce, and they might try to draft Carnell Tate, but even still, you need playmakers for Jaden. So it's a slippery slope, no doubt, but I do think signing Aiyuk is probably better than not signing him.
I agree with that. My stance on the Aiyuk thing is it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. I think it's like we have to come to realization that people that do not want Brandon Aiyuk, I want Jawan Jennings, and I want this guy, and I want that guy. Get over it. That's AP's dude. He drafted the guy. That's Jaden's best friend. It's going to happen the moment the Niners stop crying like little girls and get over the fact that he's not a Niner anymore. When John Lynch stops being a goofy and cuts him, we'll all be happy. Campers with no campfire. So that's my thoughts on it. And I think it's going to be a great fit. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to parlay that 1-year deal into a multi-year deal the next year. I truly believe that. And I think because of the potential we saw in 2023 with the 1,300-yard season, didn't start off so hot because he didn't get in camp on that 2024 toward the ACL. We haven't seen him since, right? But it's there. We've seen it. It's there. And if it flourishes, I think it's going to flourish. With Terry's cap number ballooning, to have a new wide receiver 1 in DC in 2027. Now, I'm not saying Terry won't be on the roster. I'm just saying I think it's going to be a handing of the torch from young OG to almost done being a YN. Here you go. Here you go, Brian. This is your team now. It's you and Jaden. Have fun. So those are my thoughts on it, for real.
I'm going to give my stance on it. So what I think about it, I feel like I'm on the same side as you guys. It's the upside. It's the potential from what we see in Brandon Aiyuk can do in the past. We see he can put up those numbers. He's a good wide receiver. So I'm definitely willing to take that risk on, like you said, a prove-it deal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no way they're giving him big money right now, long-term deals. And I'll go back to something I said earlier, which is with AP doing all this, I don't think there's many more signings left, but I think he could look to be active in the trade market. And the reason is the 49ers are going to cut Brandon Aiyuk eventually, but they're dragging it out. They're making it this whole headache. And even if Aiyuk is on the roster, like, let's just imagine the world he's on the roster right now. I said this in my video earlier today, but Terry McLaurin at this point is an unknown because he spent last year injured for the first time of his career. It happened as soon as he turned 30, while everyone is saying you don't pay 30-year-old receivers. So he's an unknown. It's harsh, but that's just the reality we live in. And all the reports are that they want this to be Terry's last year in DC anyway. So Terry's an unknown next year and long-term. Aiyuk is an unknown next year and long-term. I think Adam Peters has to be looking around and trying to get another receiver on this team because he saw what happened last year where Chris Moore is the X receiver on half the plays. And there's a world in which you need a wide receiver 1 next season because of the uncertainty about Terry and Aiyuk. And Treylon Burks has never proven he can be a wide receiver 4. Luke McCaffrey's never proven he can be a wide receiver 4. I like those guys. I think they have talent. I think they can build into that. But we're talking about potentially needing a wide receiver 1. So when we hear all this stuff about Brian Thomas Jr., and I know their GM came out today and said, essentially, they're not trading him. I don't care if it's him. I don't care if it's somebody else. Or maybe he's just going to the draft and looking at Carnell Tate, looking at Jordan Tyson. But for me, while I'm not mad at all at AP's free agency approach. I love it. There is still a huge hole for me at receiver.
I'm going to give a slight rebuttal about the Terry thing. A slight one. And I get what you're saying. I agree about the health thing. But we saw Terry perform. We know that's Terry McLaurin. That he didn't fall for clip. He did get hurt, though. That is a fact. But we know what Terry's capable of, and he showed us. So, right, so when he got on the field, making these crazy catches, before he got hurt again. Once he saw him get healthy again, he immediately got busy. I watched him speak easy. I'm sorry. But yeah, he immediately got busy. Played no game. He said, Patrick Surtain, who? Yeah, bro.
First game back.
You said, the Ron Bland, whatever. Yeah. Queen, yeah. Stop. I'm Big Terry over here. Stop playing me. Dog. Yeah, 500 yards and 3 touchdowns with 7 games. When he played 9 games, and he played with Josh Johnson and Marcus Mariota most of the time. We know what Terry's capable of. If he plays 17, he needs to be in 2027. End of discussion. I don't care what the cap number is. Figure it out. He plays 17 and he produces. Cut the nonsense. I don't care. He's 32 years old. I don't care. I dare him to do that with Terry McLaurin. AP will be right back on my bad side real quick and fast. Okay? Don't keep that 17 over there until it's time to hang it up. Respectfully. Being a retired commander. Personally. I get the reports and Grant Paulson saying this and this guy saying that. If Terry McLaurin goes out there and gives me 70, 80 catches, 1,000 yards, and 7 touchdowns, the discussion is over with. Now, if you go out there and do what you did last year and get hurt again, you got it. I'm going to shut up. Go out there and be Terry McLaurin, I don't want to hear. And that's for the Aiyuk thing. I get he's an unknown. We hadn't seen him play in 2 years. That knee was nasty. It wasn't just an ACL. It was an LCL, meniscus. It was disgusting. I think his whole knee got obliterated. I don't know. We don't know what the heck Aiyuk's going to look like. So I get to prove it there, right? And I get what you're saying at number 7 when you might think about drafting a receiver. It's a name we're not talking about. And they got a top 30 visit with this guy. And he looked like a young boy with dreads, an NBA young boy with dreads, and he made it look.
Wait, when you talk about him, yeah, you got to talk like this.
I love the name of Jaden. Yeah. Mr. Makai Crash out limit himself. I take him at 7. I'm sorry. He my wide receiver 1 in the whole draft. Sorry. I seen it. Seen 2 USC games, and I know he ain't the biggest receiver in the world, but he just head topping people. He doing these to people and just putting people on posters. He gets disrespectful with it. I love Makai Lemon. That's my wide receiver 1. Pardo take cool. Jordan Tyson's injury history has been worried personally. So that's my personal wide receiver 1. We had to pick a receiver at 7. It's Makai Lemon. Play the slot, play outside. I think he's like a Wan'Dale Robinson on steroids. I think he might be the best slot receiver in football. Day one, stepping on a field. He playing with Jaden Daniels? Stop it. Argue with your mom.
Yeah.
You Makai Lemon, man. Pardo Tate and Jordan Tyson, cool. They pick one of them. I'm gonna roll with it. But me, give me that young fella USC, man. I know he a little zesty and all that. He'll be okay. Give me Makai Lemon. Respect.
Who's your BPA?
Woo!
They just asked.
Well, we don't know who the A. We don't know who the A is. That's the problem.
I think the way the board's gonna go down, if I want to be honest, I think it's Jeremiah Love. I think he's gonna be that 7. I don't know why. I got a weird feeling the Titans ain't gonna take him. They're gonna hold on to Tony Pollard. They're gonna get Ruben Bain, and we're gonna sit there with a conundrum. Pick a defensive star and Caleb Downs at 7, or picking the offensive star and Jeremiah Love. We're gonna come down to come.
So
he says, "That's all wide receivers. I want Jeremiah Love."
So the Titans have been signing a lot of edge rushers and defensive linemen in free agency. They could still go after Ruben Bain or David Bailey if he's there. I don't know. I feel like they might take Jeremiah Love. And even if Jeremiah Love does fall, going back to Adam Peters, right? The theme of everything in free agency was process, not overpaying, not panicking, not straying from his roots, playing it by the book. If you play it by the book, and this is so boring, but if you play it by the book, positional value is a real thing. You get Jeremiah Love when the top running back makes $20 million a year. You get Sonny Styles when the top linebacker makes $20 million a year. You get Caleb Downs when the top safety makes $20 million a year. Or you get a receiver when they're making $40 million a year. You take a receiver. If whoever, Mekhi Lemon, Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, whoever your guy is, if he's there and like that's the decision, I do think they're going to end up taking a receiver. And also, Tone, not to go back on what you said, but I hear it. I know the connection to Terry that exists there. But a 34 and then a 39 million, a 34 and then a $39 million cap hit for a player whose best days are probably behind him. It's just for a 32-year-old and then a 33-year-old receiver. If we're talking about being a cold-blooded, cutthroat GM, you don't have that on your team. When
I can respect that. I can respect. I give you coming from.
When Terry first signed the contract, I got killed for this, and this was not long after I made my channel, so this was probably like bad timing on my part. But when Terry first signed that contract, I'm looking at it. It's a 3-year extension. He had 1 year left on the deal that he was already on, and I'm looking at. I'm like, all right. He has an $18 million cap hit this year, which was the one that just happened. He has an $18 million cap hit the next year, which is going to be 2026. And then it goes to $34 million and then $39 million. I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay. It makes logical sense for Terry to play what was 25, get to the offseason, trade him, because you're going to make the case to other teams. Look, he still has an $18 million cap hit. If you're a contending team, this isn't breaking the bank, but this is pushing your chips into the center of the table. You get a second-round pick back for him, then you reinvest it. Terry got injured, and that threw a wrench into everything. So it altered the timeline. But deep down inside me, I fully believe when they got him to sign that contract, they intended to trade him after the 25 season because it was written that way.
I gotta have to agree with that. I think either they would trade him after the 2025 season or after this season coming up. I think they want to look for a replacement first. It's okay. We got a new wide receiver one. We'll move on from Terry McLaurin. Go from there. But my thought process about Terry is this. Okay, if he plays out the 2026 season, whatever, blah, 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 blah. If you don't have a wide receiver one, I think they hold on to him for 27. Right, because the dead money isn't as steep in 28. They saved like $32 million in 28, I think. Only $7 million in dead cap. You still have a wide receiver one, and right now we don't have one. We don't have a success on the roster. We don't have one. So I think that we'll hold on to him until the end of 27. So all right, Terry, look here, bro. It's a $40 million cap hit. You restructure this thing. We redo the deal. You take like significant pay cut, you go down to the 25th, 30th highest paid receiver, or you kick rocks. You pick them. You're like, I think I'm still a top 15 receiver. Oh, you do. All right, get the hell out of here. It might come down to that, but I think for 26 and 27, he will be. You don't want to eat up like $20 million in dead money, something like that, like 18 in dead money.
That's what I was just looking at. So if they cut him before 27, it's an $18 million dead cap hit. If they cut him before 28, it's a $12 million cap hit. If they restructure it, then they could prorate that out and the numbers change. It would be a lower cap hit in 27, but if they were to cut him ahead of 28, they would pay a higher dead cap on it.
Okay.
Oh, for my opinion, I was going to say, I feel like it depends where the Commanders are at that point. If we're winning and we're at the hilltops, then Terry will be willing to for structure. But if we're not winning as many games, I feel like they go ahead and trade him or cut him, get him off the team. And he probably want to restructure if we're doing good.
Yeah, I think he would be like, all right, if a new wide receiver one emerges, he might have no choice.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay him when he wants to get paid on the open market. You won't look like a wide receiver one anymore. So it's like, oh, you're a 2 now. But we're gonna give you 2 money. Or you could take borderline 1 money and stay here. I would personally stay where I drafted at and take this very low end wide receiver 1 money and be a wide receiver 2 to whoever Aiyuk or Cardinal Tate or Makai Lemon. You know what I'm saying? Whoever, you know what I'm saying? But that's my thoughts on it. I think he'll be here for the next 2 years, and then we'll revisit in 28 once we know what the wide receiver position looks like. You know, all right, do we have a successor? Yes. Terry, look, bro, I don't want to get rid of you, but this is what it is. We can make this a 2-year deal for $40 million with this $39 million cap hit, or you can kick rocks.
I got to talk about this comment. This would be awesome. I think Jeremiah Smith, I know there's a ton of quarterbacks next year. Jeremiah Smith Jr. could still be the first pick in the draft. So you can kiss this goodbye. They are not drafting the other Jeremiah because they are going to win some games and they're not going to be picking high enough to take him. No chance.
Well, so you brought that up. I got a hot take. Very hot one. Fine. The Commanders going back to at least the division round this year. We're going to be picking in the 20s. Deep in the 20s.
So make the playoffs.
We're going to make the playoffs and win a playoff game.
Division.
We're going to get there. We're going to the divisional round. Bare minimum. I'm not scared of nobody in this conference. I ain't scared of nobody in NFC East. None of y'all, all y'all goofy. I'm not scared of NFC West except for the Rams. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, the Rams are a problem. And the NFC North, Caleb Williams can't complete 60% of his passes. The lines are inconsistent. They losing players now. They just got rid of Taylor Duckett. Like, what are they going to do? The Vikings are the Vikings. They about to throw out Kyler Murray. I'm about to laugh at them. Oh, Lord, that's going to be hilarious. And then finally, the Packers, they tough. I don't fully trust them because Jordan Love doesn't show up in the postseason. Respect. So, we making the playoffs, doing some damage. Argue your man. Race here.
I'm seeing a lot of Cardinal Tate in these comments. That's where I'm leaning. If it's not Jeremiah Love, I'm thinking Cardinal Tate if he gets to us at 7. Do y'all think he'll be there at 7?
Who, Cardinal Tate or Jeremiah Love?
Cardinal Tate. Jeremiah Love, he might not be there.
So yes, okay. So to break it down, Jeremiah Love has a chance to go 4 to the Titans. People are going to say 3 to the Cardinals. I think that's out of the question. It's either Titans
they don't need him.
Or he's going to be there at 7. With Cardinal Tate, it's Titans. It could also be Giants, and it could be the Browns. I think they're unlikely to, but I would say there's at least another team in the mix with the New York Giants. So just based off of like simple math, I think it might actually be more likely Jeremiah Love is there, even though he's probably the better prospect than Cardinal Tate is.
Me and Tech, we was on live like 2 nights ago, and I was telling him, I was like, man, if Jeremiah Love is there, I'm taking him for sure. And I got a question for you. So you think New York will have Scatterboo and him, Love? No,
I'm saying New York would have Tate.
Tate. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying he could be in the mix for them.
Okay, got you.
I've shown this to my people before. Let me see if I can pull it up. I've been pushing some Cardinal Tate propaganda, and I'm just pulling it up so that I can share my screen. Okay. Early in this process, Makai Lemon, I was saying, was my number 1 receiver as well. I went back and I looked at it, and I think Makai Lemon is good, but I think I may have gotten it wrong. So let me.
And them Ohio State receivers is different.
So what I've done, again, I've shown this in videos and stuff before, but these are Cardinal Tate, Makai Lemon, and Jordan Tyson in their best college years versus JSN, Jamar Chase, and CeeDee Lamb in their best college years. And Cardinal Tate is the only one with competitive numbers.
Yeah.
Going against the other guys. He's up there in yards per reception. He has the worst yak, but yards per route run, it's the same as Jamar Chase. He had a 0% drop rate. 85% contested catch rate. He had the highest average depth of target. Now, you can make the argument that Jeremiah Smith Jr. is playing opposite him, and that absolutely helps. But even still, 6'2", good physical profile. You know the pedigree that the Ohio State guys have. Those numbers tell you that it should be Carnell Tate, but numbers aren't always everything either. You know, it's not you don't play the games on a calculator. So,
yeah. But when you see his tape, you're like, oh, yeah, I'd definitely take him.
Yeah, everybody's worried about the 40-yard dash, and I'm like, are receivers allowed to just do more than just run in a straight line? Because last time I checked, this isn't the 100-meter dash. That they don't go out there just sprint as fast as they can. And okay, this 5'9" corner might run a 4.3, but this 6'2" guy catches 86% of contested catches, and he's got a higher vertical leap than him. So what does him running faster even really mean in all of this?
And he's a better route runner.
Exactly. Trade back a few picks and pick the best wide receiver. Terry not a number one wide receiver number 1 in 2026. This comment, actually, I'll go back to this one because it's worth addressing. That's if you're saying this is off of your projection, okay, I can't argue with that because that's your opinion, and everybody's got opinions. Last year when we saw Terry, if you actually look at like if you really jump into the numbers, last year was arguably the best year of Terry's career, which sounds insane. But like if you look at like yards per route run, drop rate, all that stuff, it was up there. It was the first or second best year of his career. Now, the raw numbers weren't there because he wasn't played as many snaps. He didn't play as many games. The quarterbacks weren't as good. So it's like you really have to be careful about which side of that you pick. And that leads into this next comment here, which is AP won't be scared to get out of the Terry business if he thinks he can get value back regardless of what the fans think. There's only one untouchable player on the team, and that is 5. And this, you guys are going to laugh at this. I think there's 2 untouchable players. I think there's Jaden, and I think there's Josh Connerly. Now, that might only last for a year. Like, that could be done at the end of this year. But you want to talk about who is safest on this entire roster? Josh Connerly is there. He was the first-round pick a year ago. They're not giving up on him. But I agree that Terry, not untouchable in any way.
Oh, no, he definitely not untouchable. Hey, they might, I say, may not even trade him. They might just straight up cut him. Like, that could be a thing, but he's just released. Like, all right, we can't get no trade value for you. We'll just get rid of you. But I think Terry's side things like, why would I want to lead this team to winning games? I take a pay cut. I made my bread now. I got 2 big contracts now. I made my bread. I want to win. Like, no, you're not getting rid of me. What you need me to do, AP? Let me tell you why receiver 2 want to stay here. I do it. I think he'll come down. I truly believe that. I don't think he wants to go nowhere. I don't think he wants to go to another team. I just don't. Cool.
Guys, if you are joining us here in the live stream, make sure that you have hit the like buttons. Also, check out all of our channels. I'm over at Full Command. We got Tone at the PSN Commanders Network, and we got Overtime Otis. Make sure you guys are checking out all of the channels. Just rolling through, looking at some more of the comments. You're acting like they can't restructure his contract and make it a team-friendly contract so they can save money and spend more on the team. Christopher, my friend, we are not acting like that because we actually spoke about this already. We said that they could absolutely do that. However, people look at restructuring as a way to save money, and that's not actually true. You actually lose money in restructurings. You just save it in the short term. So it depends on your situation, because if we're talking about restructuring to make Terry a more realistic option for 2027, but then they're going to get rid of him at 2028. You've actually lost money in restructuring. You have saved it for the short term, but you've lost it. And when you look ahead to, I think it would be, let's see, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 is when the Jaden Daniels extension kicks in. And Terry has a void year on his contract, which runs into 29, which means you're paying dead money there. So you've actually lost money in the long run. So not saying that restructuring is a bad thing. There's absolutely a place for it, but it's not a simple solution. We are not making no trades, y'all. SMH. You think they're in the Brian Thomas Jr. business or not? What do you think?
Man, I would love for us to be in the Brian Thomas Jr. business. Cause I think I was watching you and Rio, and I swear y'all were saying that was his first season was a better season than Terry ever did. And I was like, for sure.
It was. That's not. You know what's tough, man? You know what's really tough about making videos and stuff? And I'd say tough, like I'm not being serious. This is not a difficult job, but you come on and you say Brian Thomas Jr. as a rookie had a better season than Terry McLaurin ever did, and people say you're an idiot, you're a fake, you don't belong here. Get it?
Our fan base is crazy.
I dare you Google Brian Thomas Jr. ESPN and go look at the numbers. Terry McLaurin has never had, I think, if I'm remembering right, it was 1,282 receiving yards. Terry's never had that many, never had that many receiving yards. Never had that many receptions. BTJ got 10 touchdowns. Terry broke that last year, but had never done that the year before, or before in his career. And he was doing it with a horrible coaching staff, with a bad offensive line, with Mac Jones playing like 10 games. I know Mac Jones looked all right in San Francisco. He looked horrible in Jacksonville. He looked horrible with the Patriots. So, yes, I think the guy, even going back to the NFL draft, the Chargers, I want to say the Chargers had the 5th pick, if I'm not mistaken, in 2024, and they took Joe Alt.
Yeah, they took Joe Alt, yeah.
They asked Jim Harbaugh, did you entertain drafting Malik Neighbors or Brock Bowers getting a skill position guy for Justin Herbert? And he said, we did. We would have drafted Brian Thomas Jr. So call me crazy. Call me crazy for thinking the guy who got 1,200 yards and 24 touchdowns with Jaden at LSU, who was a top 5 receiver in the NFL as a rookie. Call me crazy for thinking that because he was injured last year and they had a new coaching staff and they changed everything, that he can still be a good player. And also call me crazy for saying the numbers that are in front of your face that were better than what Terry's ever had. How am I lying? I'm not making that up. He did it. He went out there and he did it. You might not like it. It might hurt your heart a little bit because you've been a loyal fan, but it did happen.
The year we went to the NFC Championship, didn't we have to walk Terry down there to get that 1,000 yards that year?
2023, yeah. With EB. Bruh, he was not going to get that rack if they did spam him in that Week 18 game against the Cowboys. He was not getting that 1K, bro. So serious, no funny. But with the Brian Thomas Jr. thing, I'm not in on it because of a lack of draft capital. 1. 2, y'all think the Jags are that stupid to trade him? Let's be real here. They know that talent. Liam Coleman was not born yesterday. He was born a day, but not yesterday. The only way to get rid of Brian Thomas Jr., if they get their first round pick back in an extra, you not doing that, we not talking. And the Commanders ain't getting a 7th overall pick up for Brian Thomas Jr. That's crazy. He's in the middle of his rookie deal. You get a guy for 5 years on a rookie contract.
What do you think of this?
Oh, get the. I'm gonna make a cuss. God, Lord, forgive me. Get out of here. It's not happening. That's a fireable offense. Respectfully,
you're getting 56 and 81 and 100.
Oh, I didn't see that part. I just saw the 145 or 7.
And a first.
That
is doable. When you think about it, that's actually doable.
This guy, I don't know if this is a burner or not. I knew him as Mike for a couple of months and then he changed accounts, but he leaves a lot of really detailed thoughts and trade proposals and things like that. He's always cooking something up, and he's had a lot of these where you give up the 7 for BTJ and some picks.
Hey, look, we need him around. He break it down for us.
My love. Let me know all your reads.
Okay, let me ask you this. So BTJ, is he gonna be better than Carnell Tate?
That's worth it. I ain't gonna lie.
Who? Carnell Tate or BTJ?
I would rather have BTJ.
Brian Thomas Jr. What?
I was just asking. Hey, look, I was just asking.
You're not a wide receiver 1 on my board.
Oh yeah, he ain't the wide receiver 1 on your board for sure.
The thing that makes the Brian Thomas Jr. trade different too is he's still on the rookie contract. Like if he gets traded this offseason, there's still 3 years of him making $5 million until you have to actually pay him.
That is true. Get the 50 option too. So that's probably like a $15-20 million 50 option. Not be that bad for you. Yeah, 7,145 for those picks, and you include Brian Thomas. Okay, I can live with it. We still have a draft. I just don't think the Jags are going to trade him unless you come into that kind of grandfather offer, a top 10 pick in a draft plus another draft pick, and you do Brian Thomas. I don't even give it 56. So I think it's going to be 81 and the rest of it. I don't think 56 will be involved at all. So that proposal is actually pretty good. Take 56 out because the Jazz should get the hell out of it. But the rest of it, Brian Thomas, 81, 100, and all that, I can see that.
I'm gonna tell you how to get Brian Thomas Jr. Get the Jaguars to trade Brian Thomas Jr. Step one is you sign Brandon Aiyuk. You hand him the phone. Jaden, I'm sure, has Brian Thomas Jr.'s number. All right. So what? So I don't go to practice. Oh, I wear the wrong color shorts. Okay.
Hey, get a couple of fines.
105 on the Instagram story. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hang it up and go do it. And way out of Jackson.
Hey, look, if it's that easy, man, call up Malik Neighbors too.
It'd be like do everything but what James Pierce Jr. did. Do everything but that. Don't crash out to that extent. That's OD.
Nah, that's extra.
Don't do that. But do what Brandon did. Okay, do that. Do what Brandon Aiyuk did, and just keep screaming. I don't want to be in Jacksonville. I don't want to hang out with Young and Ace. I don't want to hang out with ATK. I don't need none of Fulio's friends. I want to get out of here. I want to hear no more Jacksonville drill rap. Get me out of here. I want to go to DMV. I want some mumbo sauce. I want some chicken wing mumbo sauce and carry out. Get me out of here now. It was like, okay, Brian. I'm sorry. Okay, Brian. Okay, we'll call the commanders. Okay, calm down. We'll call Adam Peters. Calm down.
John Lynch is just being petty. He is. But at the same time, he has every right to be petty. Because Brandon Aiyuk derailed their plans. They had a 27-year-old top 10 receiver in the NFL they paid, and he just decided to be petty on his own. Supposedly, I don't know what happened in the rehab process. Supposedly, TJ Houshmandzadeh, who's Ayuk's personal coach, was saying the Niners were doing dumb stuff during the contract negotiations. I don't know what happened there, but they're all being petty with each other. And he's a 49ers player right now, so John Lynch has every right to be petty. He is being petty, you're right. This isn't going to change anything, but he's within his right to do it.
I think I seen that same interview that you were watching. They said he left like $30 million on the table.
More than that, he had just signed a deal for $30 million a year, like literally just
$30
signed
million
it.
a year.
And he didn't show up. And they basically told him, they said, hey, we're voiding your contract. And anytime that happens, the player has a right to go to the NFLPA and contest it. And Aiyuk said, okay, that's fine.
He wasn't tripping.
He wasn't even, because he knew what's he gonna say? He knew why they were avoiding it because he wasn't going to practice, and he wasn't. So
he couldn't contest that.
What do we really think about Rachaad White, though? That's a good question. That's more relevant.
I was watching some of his film. He's a good blocker. He was doing some good blocking when he was with Tampa Bay, and he falls forward. That's what I like about him. He always tried to fall forward.
I saw the same thing. Yep, always fell forward. Let me pull up a clip because I just posted something about it.
Yeah. I completely agree with the fall forward part, and also he's a very underrated pass catcher. I think he's like one of the best pass catching backs in football. He's like top 5 to 7 third down back in the league. Catches everything. He's a good route. Rachaad White.
Are y'all comfortable with just the addition of him, or do y'all want somebody else too?
I gotta get somebody else too. Just to fill out the room.
I mean, I think that they definitely need another running back because they only have 2 running backs under contract. But at this point, I think it is just going to be Jeremy McNichols. And then if they draft Jeremiah Love or some other dude, okay, they can cut McNichols or they can make one of them inactive. If it's a 7th-round rookie, maybe he's inactive. If it's Jeremiah Love, maybe McNichols is inactive. But I think that's the 3. I think it's Bill, McNichols, and Rachaad White.
Okay.
Hey, why is somebody call Rachaad White Timu Alvin Kamara? Basically. He is kind of like Timu Alvin Kamara. Go. Great value, Alvin Kamara.
No, I'm sorry. I know the person who commented this, and they predicted one of the Commanders' signings. And I thought for a second they predicted the Rachaad White signing. And I was like, wait, but it was someone else. But that really tripped me out for a second because, okay, why did you predict this if you think he's from Temu?
Temu Kamara, that's hysterical. I ain't gonna cap.
I wonder where Kamara gonna go though.
It sucks we lost Chris Rodriguez Jr. What do you guys think about this?
I wasn't the biggest C-Rod fan, honestly. Like when we got him, that was Eric Bieniemy's pick, and then that was like the 7th pick, and I was just like, okay, it's a 7th-round pick. Whatever we get out of him will be, something. But then he started to turn up, and I was like, okay, But I was always thinking we need better. We need better.
Solid running back, solid guy, really cool dude. Got to know him a little bit at camp in 2023. Real cool guy. Because I look like him. I don't appreciate that, but whatever. Really cool dude, though. I think he's a solid football player, but I won't miss him. I think we need it better, and I think Rachaad White is better. So, wish C-Rod number the best in Jacksonville, man. I think that's a solid fit for him. Being with Liam Cohen, his former coach in Kentucky, can't hate it for him. I love it for him. Wish him number the best. No hatred, no love lost. Just I wanted better to work back. Just don't think C-Rod was RB1, respectfully.
I'm kind of there. I'm kind of there with both of you. I think C-Rod's best role, if this team was trying to get to where it wanted to go, was as that RB3. And I mean, he's not a great pass catcher. Bill isn't either, so you need someone else to step in there. And then him and Rachaad White, relatively similar runners, but Rachaad White's a much better pass protector and receiver out of the backfield. So, like you said, I mean, C-Rod's not bad, not angry at him or anything like that at all. It's just when we talk about the vision of the team, I didn't really see him in the vision, even though I think he can go to Jacksonville and get 400 to 500 yards, couple touchdowns, have some nice moments. Like that's kind of what he did last year. He had the 42-yard run against the Falcons. He was second in the NFL in yards after contact. Again, he's not a bad player. It's just I don't really know that you build an offense around him or with him in the vision.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Rachaad's 1,000 combined yardage guy every single year. Yeah, the versatility, running out of the backfield, catching it. I need to go. You know what I need to do? I need to go back and I need to watch Rachaad White in college because his numbers were really good. I'm trying to pull him up right now. In the NFL, he had a 990-yard season, but he also only had 3.6 yards per carry. So I don't even really count that. It's not impressive. His 21 season at Arizona State, he has 1,000 yards, 5.5 yards per carry, 15 touchdowns. Also caught 43 passes for 456 yards. Those are really good numbers. So I need to go back and watch him at Arizona State. And of course, that was the Jaden Daniels season. I don't know if there's like a scheme thing going on or what happened, but it just seems like when you look at those numbers, it should have been better in the NFL.
Yeah. The time I watched Rachaad White, I think sometimes he lacks patience. When you try, he don't find a hole right away, kind of like this. Does the B-Rob impersonation and round offensive lineman for 2-3 yards and falls down. So I think about sometimes the yards per carry is a little lower than it should be. But that's a tendency I've seen with him. That's why I think sometimes the yards per carry isn't as high as it should be because he lacks patience. And he just like, okay, bro, hold not developing fast enough. I'm just run behind this offensive lineman, get out the way, get like 4 or 5 yards. Boop, I get tackled. Okay, cool, next play. So
Rachaad White doesn't seem as shifty. He seems like a straight line speed guy.
Yeah, I agree. I was actually surprised. I was looking at his RAS, and he ran a 4.4, I think, or maybe like a 4.50. It's like, really? He plays kind of slow, but I think it is that. I think it is the lack of lateral agility that slows him down. Because when you watch him, he literally looks like he runs like a 4.6 or a 4.7.
And it's like he had the opportunity to make a couple guys miss, and he just tried to like power through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tone, I know you gotta head out quickly. Is there any final like topics or anything like that you want to get to?
I think we covered everything. I could say maybe like what's our favorite signing to all these guys, I guess.
Favorite signing? You want to go first?
I think my favorite signing is definitely that guy is going to be ridiculous. The moves he has, the explosiveness, the athleticism, is something that we needed to infuse in our team so bad. When Dorrance Armstrong is your best edge rusher, you have a problem. So the fact you brought this guy in, he's an ascending player, 10.5 sacks his last 13 games, including making Will Campbell his son on national television. It's a beautiful thing. Sorry, Will Campbell. I'm sorry. It's just that
He abused him.
He abused him. He threw him around like a rag doll. So, shout out to Odafe Oweh. That's definitely my favorite sign.
My favorite signing, I was thinking of Odafe Oweh as well, but I'll go a different way. I'll say Leo Chenal. The reason why I say him is because I'm tired of seeing somebody come out the backfield, a running back come out the backfield, and a linebacker trying to chase him down, and the linebacker don't get him. Like, I'm tired of seeing that. Like, if he can handle at least that role, oh yeah. Because
yeah, everybody's saying Leo. Everybody in the chat is saying Leo. I was going to say Odafe Oweh, and I'm going to continue to say Odafe Oweh. I'm not going to change. Before free agency, back in like the middle of February, I staked my claim. I said, Odafe Oweh, my number one guy for the Commanders. They actually went out and they signed all my top three. My top three were Chig, Chanel, and Oweh. So that was pretty cool for me personally. But Oweh, I think he is so good. And people are going to say that, oh, last year he didn't have a single sack in the first 5 games. Baltimore shipped him out, and Jesse Minter saved his career. It's like, well, okay, well, he did have 10 sacks the season before that in Baltimore without Jesse Minter. You look at his numbers. Last season, he was 12th in pressure rate. He was 3rd in run stop rate for edge players. He was 5th in run stop rate the year before that. So we can talk about getting after the quarterback, and he absolutely does that. But this team hasn't been able to stop the run for years. And they have added so many people who are good run defenders, and he's one of those guys. And I genuinely, I think his best days are ahead of him. I don't want to put a number on it because when you're blitzing 6 people, it's kind of random and who's going to get the sack on the play. But I think he's going to be extremely disruptive. I think he'll have extremely high pressure rate. I want to say he can get at least 12 or 13 sacks next season. I think he's getting better and better. First-round talent, athletic freak. So, Odafe Oweh is my guy.
I can agree with that. He's a dog for sure. So I guess
Odafe Oweh is going to have more sacks than Dorrance Armstrong. Again, it's kind of random because if they have 2 people blocking Oweh, then no, Armstrong's probably going to get more sacks. If they're leaving Frankie Louvu one-on-one with a running back, Frankie Louvu might lead the team in sacks. So I would go to the advanced numbers and look at something like pressure rate, and I would say that I think Oweh will probably be the most disruptive. But if I had to guess, then I would say yes. I think Oweh will lead the team in sacks. We got a super chat here from K Williams, $5. Appreciate you. I don't know who this is to, but whichever one of us it is, we appreciate you. Underrated part of the offseason is Armstrong back healthy. Absolutely. 28 years old. And he doesn't have to rush either. Does not have to rush because they have so much depth on the defensive line. If he wants to sit until week 4, week 6, that's fine. Take your time, big dog. We got it covered.
Yeah, I was going to say it depends how Armstrong bounces back. Who's going to get more sacks?
I think it's Oweh. He's just the most athletically gifted of all those guys, and I think it's him. I think it's him. It's probably, I'm not saying not close. I think him and Armstrong both get 10. I think they both get double digits next year, even off the ACL tear. Dorrance was out there going nuts. Like he was out there putting work in. Like he was on pace for 17 sacks, y'all. That was crazy.
Hey, pretty much by itself too.
They knew they only had to block one guy, and he was
pretty much
getting it done.
Like so, I think both of them will get 10. I think that a guy like Tavion Chase on probably had 7 or 8. And you add like another 4 or 5 from Louisville, something like that. I think this team will have like 55 sacks. It's going to be crazy. They're going to put belt to you know what on quarterbacks. Quarterbacks beware. The Commanders are coming to destroy your day. Run away. Flee. Run away now because they about to destroy your day, boy. Like, where are you coming from? Help me. It's going to get bad, bro.
You'll have speed coming from everywhere.
Exactly.
I think that's a good way to close it out. I know you got to head out of here. So you guys want to do channel plugs, everything real quick? Actually, I'll tell my people real quick. Guys, I'm about to do the helmet drawing, but let us get through the outro here real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, why don't you guys get your plugs in, whatever you got.
Oh, go ahead, Otis.
All right, it's overtime with Otis. You can follow me anywhere. You already know we clocking in for sure.
I know. You're on you can find me at on YouTube at PSN Commanders Network. Also you can find me on Instagram at Protest Sports Network _. I have a couple other channels too. So I have a channel where I talk streetwear stuff in the sneakers and all that. It's called A Lot of Fashion. And also called a channel called Life for Tone, aka A Lot for short, where I react to couples getting cheated on. You can watch that stuff. I react to loyalty test videos, so yeah, it's a crazy niche. I know it's crazy, but yeah, you want to watch that stuff? Can those other 2 channels be my featured channels on the PSN Commander Network channel, going featured channels, and you'll find those 2 channels, Louis T, Grant, put Otis on there as well. So go sub these guys up, sub me up. I'm over 8,000 subscribers. So I appreciate you guys if you sub me up. Thank you very much.
And then I'm here at Full Command as well. Links, I'm sure, can be in descriptions. Everybody's name's out there. Just search it up, and we'll all be right there. So if you guys are good, I think we're good on this. I'm gonna do the helmet giveaway, but this was fun. Appreciate you both, y'all, and we got to get another one of these in because AP, I can't say for sure if he's left the kitchen or not. He might still be in there cooking, so we got to see.
Sure.
All right.
Sorry, y'all be easy, bro.
Catch you guys.
Bet.
All right, all my people, if you are still with me here, it is time to get into the giveaway for the custom painted Commander's helmet, something that I have said I don't know how many times. I don't want to say I'm relieved to be giving away the helmet, but I feel bad every time I make the intro to a YouTube video and I say, don't forget the custom painted Commander's helmet. Like, I know if you guys have been here the whole time, then it's probably boring and repetitive by now. But in any case, it is time. So I have pre-loaded the wheel. I'm going to share my screen here. Where is the right tab? Is it this? It is this. So I have preloaded it. We have, I think, 168 names. Oops, yeah, it says 168 right here. And you guys can see all of them. And as a quick reminder to everybody, you got an entry if you were in the Discord. You got a second entry if you were in by a certain time early on in the process to reward the people who had been supporting me for a while. And you got another entry if you were in the, if you're a member of the YouTube community. G-Man all dressed up for the drawing. Can you guys do me a favor just because I want to prove that this is not rigged, this is live? Somebody put a number in the chat, and then I'm just going to read the number back to you. So that, like, any number in the world, 79, whatever you got. Someone just put a number so I can read it back to you so we all know this is live. This is not rigged, anything like that. Scale says 7. Asher says 65. 13, 28. Cool. We good? This is live. We're good. 41, 5. Okay. We know that. This is my mouse over here. Actually, can you guys even see my mouse? Hold on. I gotta move my screen around. Can you? Yeah, you can see my mouse here. Hunter Weiss's number is on the screen right now. It says 5. Okay, it's not rigged. So good luck, everybody. Let me get some dramatic. You guys hear that? The heartbeat. How about a drum roll? It's not really that dramatic a drum roll, but all right. Here we go, guys. Good luck, everybody. As soon as we find out who won, I will be sending you a message on Discord. We're going to spin the wheel in 3, 2, 1. We're off. Who's it going to be? Dez of BSB. We have a winner. Dez of BSB. I am going to send you a message on Discord right now. Let me just make sure that you are still there because you have to be in the Discord. If Dez is no longer in the Discord, then they are not eligible. So let me just make sure here. Dez is still in the Discord, which means it is official. Dez of BSB has won the full command custom painted commander's helmet giveaway. So I will be sending you a message as soon as I get off the stream right here. If for whatever reason I can't get in contact, then I'll put a timeline of maybe, I don't know, we'll say 72 hours, or maybe we'll just go a week. I'll get in contact with you. If I don't hear back, we will have another drawing, but if I do get in contact, I will let you guys know. So we need a reveal of the helmet. Let me give you guys, I'm going to show you where you can, or I'm going to tell you where you can find it so you can see what it looks like. If you go to, the person that is making it is on TikTok. You can see some of their work there. It's AT Airbrushing. I'm going to show you guys on the screen right now. Oh, wait. Let me pull my face back up here. AT Airbrushing. And you can see these are some of the helmets that they have right there. They've told me that they're going to be filming some videos of the process, so you can check it out there. Oh, in the chat. Here we go. Yeah, so if you guys want to know who is responsible for making the helmet, right here. This is the man that you have to thank, and I can't wait to see it. We get to see the helmet when it's done, 100%. You guys are all going to be able to see it. So, again, congratulations to Dez. I'm going to go send a message on Discord as soon as I get out of here. Any problems come up, I'll let you guys know, and we will have a redrawing. But in any case, guys, that's going to do it for this video, this live stream. If you guys are joining me, whether it's the live chat, whether it's the rebroadcast, make sure you guys have hit the like button as well. Thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. And this is not the end. This is only the beginning. We're going to have more giveaways, more helmets, jerseys. I don't know what it's going to be, but there's going to be more opportunities for you guys to win stuff. So appreciate y'all joining me, rocking out here. I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day.